So it seems like the idea of bringing back some of these old school puzzles has been kind of a big hit, not only on YouTube, but a lot of friends and families have gotten a kick out of them. Although some of them really aren't amused with the kind of crap I'm building lately. But be that as it may, we're gonna go ahead and forge forward with some more puzzle builds, and I got another one here that I don't remember seeing this one as a child growing up, but I did come across it quite a few years ago at, I think it was a Cracker Barrel, if I'm not mistaken. Someone had a display set up selling a bunch of little trick puzzles like this, so we're gonna go ahead and try to make one of our own. Let's build it. This time we're going to start this one out with a scrap piece of oak that I got kicking around, a little scratch and dent piece, a template that I 3D printed, and some 1 1/4 inch dowel. And of course, we'll use paracord and probably a couple little wooden balls. To start, I'm going to get this template traced out on this oak. This oak has a healthy bad spot up in this corner, but I'm pretty sure we can get away with just using this other end here. Get that somewhat straight. Trace around it quick. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and get some centers marked out so I can punch those down. Now I'll go ahead and take this over to the bandsaw and get it roughed out. Just doing typical rough out cut here, just gonna get close enough to my lines so I can go ahead and move it over to the power sander and finish it off. Now run it across the spindle sander here, and it doesn't really take hardly any time at all to get it down to my final dimensions and shape. Next, gonna run it over to the drill press. Gonna drill these out about 1/4 of an inch. I just made a little mark with a marker on the bit itself that's about 1/4 inch and just taking it down to there. Good sharp blade makes all the difference. These came out pretty clean. Got my holes drilled out here. I went down just about 1/4 of an inch. I'll have to do some light sanding on those quick. But next, our 1 1/4 inch dowel. Now on these, it's going to be a snug fit, but I am probably going to go, I would say 3/4 of an inch to make this one. So I'll get these cut out on the miter saw. So I did that 3/4 of an inch, but to me that looks a little short. So I'm thinking maybe I'll go about 1.5 inches. I think that'll give it, because it's going 1/4 inch down into the oak. So 1.25 inches above, I think will make for a little bit better look on this puzzle. Just set up a little stop block here so I can batch cut these 3 out real quick. Then run these over to the drill press, get them clamped down with my nice little paper towel method here, and drill real slow with them to try to not have much tear out. And while I got the drill press going, I'll go ahead and drill through these beads. Now down to assembly. Just gonna throw some glue in these holes, and I did sand the end of these dowel rods a little bit so there's a bit of a curve or a slant to them since it's such a snug fit. So I'll just go ahead and line these up square and whack them with the hammer home. Just gonna hit this whole assembly with a real light coat of lacquer to bring out a little bit of color and give a good hand feel. Got everything all dried up now. So we got our main puzzle body, our 2 balls. I was going to add a little color and paint these blue, but I figured I would be the only one to get humor out of that. Got our ring and about, I'd say 3.5, 4 foot of paracord already singed, so you don't have to struggle and watch me try to cut it. Let's get to the assembly. Assembly for this is going to be pretty straightforward. Take your ring over the top post, put your paracord like that. Run your ends from the top over this piece and through these posts. So you end up with the ring being stuck on there. Now I'm going to take this center loop just to kind of gauge my slack. Will come out, I don't know, 2-3 inches. And we'll thread one of the wooden beads on here. Take our other wooden bead, thread it on the other one. And we're just gonna make a basic knot. Snug this down. Do the same on the other side. Snug it down. Now we'll cut our end. Singed it. Cut this end. Singe it as well. We'll tug to make sure it's secure. And then we're just gonna kind of level out our ends here a little bit. And that's what it's gonna look like. Now, what I like to do personally is I'll bring my ring up, give this a little bit of slack in this loop, push it through, and snug it down so it sits like that. Now, gonna go ahead and get some anti-cheater liquid on these knots, and we'll be back with the solution. And solution time. Got a little offcut here. I'll prop it up so it's a little bit easier to see. And now what I'm gonna do first is take this ring, pull it up out of this loop, and pull this loop through it so it lays flat. Then I'll pull out some slack, fold it thin, go under this string, through the peg, pop the bead through, pull that, do the same over here. Gonna go under the string, bead goes through, the ring is free. Now to reset it, put your ring down, go through. Now this time, when you're resetting, you want to go over the top of this string, feed your bead, pull your slack out, do it again, over the top of this string, Feed your bead through, pull your slack, and of course, personally, I just like bringing the ring up, putting it through the loop, and snugging it down a little. And you're back to square one. That simple. So there you have it. Another really quick, easy build that you can knock out probably in an hour or so. And I have actually added my own little variation by adding a second ring. It's not going to change the solution to the puzzle at all, but it will give people an extra little something to fiddle with that they may go around the bush a couple extra times before they get the solution. That's going to do it for this time. If you haven't already, drop a comment, give me a like, or maybe a subscribe. Let me know what your favorite puzzle's been in this little series, and thanks for watching.